Welcome back to Builder Lab 3D Printing. Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the extruder gear on the K1C from Creality. So to start off with, you're going to need a couple tools. So we're going to need 2 Allen keys. They come with the Creality. And we're also potentially going to need the nozzle socket tool. And of course, we will need the replacement gears. So there's going to be a screw down here and a screw on the other side to take this front shroud off. And once I get that off, we'll come back and I'll show you the other screws that we'll need to take off. All right, so we got the screws removed from the shroud. So you just want to pull from the bottom. There's 2 little nipples on the top here that you won't be able to pull it off straight. So you'll want to pull it from the bottom to get it off those. And then this is the connector for the shroud or the fan. So we'll just take that off, put her down. All right, so now that the front shroud is off, we're going to be looking at, there's a piece of plastic right here that will just pull from the back. And then that also has a couple nipples that it sits on. So you want to make sure you don't ruin those. So now, I'm going to put this in a little bit of a better position. All right, so this is the motor, and these are the extruded gears. So there's a screw here, and no screws on the other side. So it's just 2 here to remove this. So we'll grab the other Allen key, and we'll just take these 2 out. Make sure you don't lose any of these screws because you will need it to put it back together, of course. It's a little bit finicky with the Allen keys getting it around the bars here. Okay. So now we just pull up and both come right out. So don't pull too hard because the wires don't have a connection, so you could rip them out. So what we'll do is we'll use the Allen key that we just used to take those 2 screws out, to take the 2 screws that are connecting the gears to the motor. So they're in opposite corners. There's one in the top corner here, and then there's one down. Okay, another one down here. Once those are mostly out, we'll take it out. Also, if it doesn't come off right away, move this to the unlock. Oh, it was locked. Okay, I guess that doesn't matter. So now, we'll grab our new one. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to line up it just like that. So the logo, the Creality logo for the extruder gears goes towards the front. Now, it's a little bit finicky connecting these 2 because of this yellow gasket. It might shift a little bit, but if you just finagle it a little, you'll end up getting it in there. We'll tighten that up nice and tight. Okay, nice and tight. All right, so right here is the top of the nozzle. Right here is where that's going to go into. So if it is easier, you might want to take out the nozzle but that didn't seem too bad. So we'll grab the screws that we just took out, and you might have to play a little bit of movement. Get the first one in. It's not completely lined up. And that's probably just because of the wires sitting underneath it. Looks a lot better. You'll be able to see on the side the brass bushings that are in the extruder gear cartridge. You also should be able to feel it. It'll click a little once you're lining it up. Make sure you don't strip it though, or cross thread it rather. So that one's in. The second one should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Get my big hands in the way there. Although there's not much that you can really see. I'm just screwing it in. All right, so now we're gonna want to put on the plastic shroud. So you're gonna want to put the side with the nipples. Line the nipples up first, and then just press down, and it'll just snap into place. There's no screws holding that. And then make sure you plug in the little connector. And then it will be you'll want to put the top part in first and then bring it down. And then the two screws will line up again with the brass bushings. So you might need to grab it and push and then tighten, just because there's a little bit of spring. So that's it. That's how you replace the extruder gear on the Creality K1C. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to be having a live stream coming up pretty soon once I get the parts for the CFS upgrade. So we're going to be upgrading this bad boy to do multi-material. So stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.